Hi, this is Hank. Today on Hank Games, you will see us.
Yeah!
What?
It's very exciting.
Today we're playing Story War with Hank and Catherine and Emily and Michael. I don't know how this is going to go. A live Hank Games episode with real people playing a real game, and today we are playing a game that is having a Kickstarter right now, so we're very lucky to even be able to have a copy. This is Story War, which is out of focus. On the back it says prototype in Comic Sans. Story War is a game designed by some friends of mine. Vondel Swain did all the art. Vondel Swain, who designed the Nerd Fighter crest, among other awesome design thingies. And Fresned, or Tom, and also, we're not sure, but the guy who either created or popularized Keyboard Cat.
I love Keyboard Cat.
So he will maybe play us off at the end of the episode. So Story War is basically, it's like Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity. It's a party game, but instead of word matching, the idea is that you have warriors that fight. They have a war, and you have to tell a story of the war in order to get the judge to choose your warrior as the winner of the battle. So
Give us some cards.
I'm gonna give some cards. So I think that everybody starts out with
How many?
3 warriors.
And we can look at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm
3
bad at remembering.
items. And then the judge will turn over an environment for the battle to take place in. And then everybody will choose which warrior they think is best. Were you looking at my card?
No, I was just getting a little closer. I'm halfway to a fellowship.
What?
Catherine is halfway to a fellowship.
I want to look at your cards, honey.
Stop
Because they're just
looking
they're
at
so,
them.
I'm so
Don't
curious.
do it.
because
I'm
they're
also
right
curious.
there.
I haven't read them yet. I want to read them
he's
out
like-
loud because that part of the fun of this game is the clever things in the description. I think I'll be the first judge.
It's not called Hank Games for no reason.
I'm always first,
Okay.
and also I always win. So I turn over the land, and then you all choose your card, and then we'll all flip at the same time.
Okay.
All right, I've read all my cards. I'm informed of them and how they operate.
But you don't get to play one.
No, the card. No, but I wanted to know.
So what's
I wanted
the
to be
point?
ready.
Okay, all right.
Was everybody else ready, and they were waiting for me?
Man.
The first battle will take place in Skyport. This once sleepy port was catapulted to fame when an earthquake threw it high into the air, and apparently it stayed there. There is a spaceship, or an ornithopter, possibly. I think it's an ornithopter. I don't think it's a spaceship.
What is that word?
Ornithopter?
Yeah.
It's like a mechanized flying device, but
Yes.
it flies like a bird instead
That's
of
what it
like a
looks
plane.
like. It
Makes
looks,
sense because ornithology.
it looks,
Yeah! Bird
very
opter. Okay.
Or maple.
It's just all gonna break loose. It's gonna just go crazy as soon as you guys flip it over, and then you just have to argue with each other for.
Sounds
So,
fun.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sounds like my kind of game.
Oh
Oh,
crap!
come
There's a sky
It took me
whale.
that long to figure out that this.
Which one should I choose? I have a sky whale. Did you also have a sky mammoth?
Well, I had another thing that maybe would have been okay.
This physiologically does not look very.
Well, here's the
likely.
thing, though, about the sky whale. I mean, it's just big. It doesn't
yeah,
seem
what,
to have
like
any
a-
weapons.
So
Does
is the
it-
idea...
He doesn't have any prehensile limbs that
We're
he can,
fighting.
I would
Off of the
totally
land.
argue that my blue dragon, the one that breathes frost and can most likely fly, given that she is a dragon.
There is a wing.
With-
With
The
wings.
pictures, I was told that the pictures are an important part, so they should not be ignored. Whatever is in the picture counts as an ability of the
I
card.
think it's pretty clear that if she even attempted to take on your fat, tubby sky whale, which has to be hollow if it weighs over a couple tons, but it's lighter than a cloud.
I don't
Well-
think we're operating in a very scientific realm here.
I mean, we have to argue our points, and I'm just arguing it the way I know how.
My dwarf is very strong and also is wielding an axe. And he's very agile. I can tell because he's got some boots. Dwarves can pretty much kick anyone's butt. And his only limitation in this realm is probably that he can't fly, but he's on flying carpet.
Oh! He's on a
come
flying carpet!
So dwarf on flying carpet. carpet versus sky whale versus blue dragon.
He's about to show you
Wow.
the world.
But she's as cold. She's a cold intellectual.
I feel like the
Fly.
sky whale could just like swat
Be like,
the dwarf off the flying carpet.
like,
with
I
his
I
giant
feel like
tail.
the sky whale's gonna be way too derpy in this.
I'm gonna get you. I'm calling last arguments.
accurate.
Blue dragon can fly, can breathe frost, and is a cold intellectual. It can obviously overtake the sky whale.
How?
Well, it has superior flying ability and it's way more smart.
All of Emily's arguments are going to rest on the intelligence level of the creatures. Okay. Last argument.
I mean, I feel like it would just like eat the blue dragon
Bulb.
and you know, strain it through its baleen.
was
It
totally
would knock this
omnivorous.
dwarf off the flying carpet with his giant tail.
Okay. Now my job is to tell the story of
Oh, I
what
don't get an
actually.
argument.
Oh, sorry. No, final argument.
Well, the dwarf on the flying carpet is agile. He's very strong.
Yeah.
He has an obvious weapon. He's a human, so he's smarter than a dragon by default.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't accept the final. I do not
I mean,
accept.
he's not human, but he does
He's not.
have.
First, he's not human. Second, there's no reason why a human should, or a dwarf or human should be smarter than a dragon. In fact, I think that generally,
Probably.
there's a high probability that all dragons are smarter than all people.
Dragon's gonna foosbra
You
your
don't
dwarf
have
off the
a
flying
argument.
carpet.
In
No,
this
I don't.
world.
I don't. But I do get to decide. And here's the story. So now it's this is like, I love this.
Yeah.
I get to now tell the story of what happened in the battle. That's the judge's.
This is very exciting.
It is very exciting. So here's what happens in the battle. We are in Skyport, and 3 epic warriors have come together to do battle. The blue dragon is like, I must fight because I've been told that there's a battle going on here. And so the blue dragon flies toward the sky whale with the breath ablazing with frost, and the sky whale opens its mouth and closes it upon the blue dragon. The blue dragon flies around inside of the sky whale, which is definitely hollow in order to support the fact that it is both flying and a whale, and then freezes its baleen and blows through the mouth of the sky whale, which is now gaping a hole in the front of its face. Then,
Oh, it's okay. Oh.
as it does that, a dwarf on a flying carpet flies and chops off the blue dragon's head, just right
come
off.
on!
Because the
Pretty
blue
much.
dragon at that point was like, screw this, why am I even doing this? I'm too smart for battle anyway.
Pretty
And it was
distracting.
headed out, but the dwarf didn't care.
No.
He like knew that the blue dragon was leaving, but it was like, scrub! And then in the next swipe of
Warriors.
its axe, just sort of bisects a large portion of the sky whale, which deflates, falls onto the city of Skyport, onto these little pointy buildings which come out of its genitalia, and it's all over, and the dwarf
Wow.
is victorious.
Yes!
The sky whale got fucked up.
Sky whale did not last this battle.
I'm so hot right now.
You are. I mean, dwarves.
I
But it
was
just-
thinking more the logistics of getting in the sky and fighting on.
Right, well, but the dwarf on the flying carpet, I just couldn't cast it off. It's just like...
That
Actually,
did
at
pretty good.
one
pretty good
incarnation of the story, the dwarf actually rode the carcass of the whale down onto Skyport. Like, lost its flying carpet, but was just like riding the dead animal.
The
With the
deflating
axe in the back of the
Yeah.
whale's brain.
Yeah.
Oh no, or using the axe as like a rudder.
Oh man, steering it.
What was I thinking? Story. I have to say that I'm enjoying this game a great deal. But the
So-
judging part seems to be the most fun.
So
Despite the
Emily,
fact that you don't get to
I
win.
think
Yeah.
You are now
the
judge,
judge.
yes.
So
Oh.
you
To
pick
my
a green
left.
one, and then
And I just listened to your arguments and then. Okay.
Well, I'm done with my drink.
The Crystal Cave.